What's up, YouTube? My name is RJ. I am with Harbuck Media. The topic for today, social media strategy. If you are a business and you are considering using your social media platforms to try to help you to gain new customers, then this is just a basic outline of a strategy that you could use to get those new customers. But before we get into that content, first, like the video if you're able. If you are not a subscriber, please become one today. Don't forget to smash that notification bell. And if you have any questions or comments about this video or any of our previous videos, or even just the topic of social media and video content, all that kind of stuff, be sure to drop it down in the comment section. We will do our best to answer it as quickly as possible. All right, let's get started.
Oh, fire and water me, going down deep. Say, oh, bury me, carry me, far beneath. Down to the river.
Okay, so your business is thinking about creating content, putting it on social media, and while you're at it, hey, let's try to target some individuals and maybe make some new customers, make some more revenue for our business. This is a great idea. It's actually like the idea of 2022 when it comes to marketing. We're just in the age of social media. We're in the age of video, and social media is dominated by video, and so video is where this plan is going to start. Now, this strategy is going to be centered around video again, but it's also going to be centered around you as the business owner, or at least the first step that is centered around you as the business owner. And then the assumption is that you then have individuals who are going to carry that workload after that. If you were to try to implement this entire strategy on your own, it would take all of your time and you wouldn't have time to run a business. So if that's not you, if you're not at a place where you can have help, whether through a marketing agency or individuals on your team who are going to take this content and then go do what needs to be done with it, then I would suggest taking parts of this strategy and going ahead and implementing them yourselves, because anything is going to help. If you don't have a social media channel, or if you have a channel that you're really not doing anything on, then you want to utilize that platform, and you should see organic traffic pick up on your social media channels and ultimately in your business. And then as your business picks up, you could then reach out to a marketing agency or just, again, hire people on your team that can help you with this task. But it is very important that this strategy starts with you. So step one is a podcast. Now, I say podcast. It doesn't necessarily have to be a podcast, an actual podcast, but the idea is that you are creating one long format video per week. Now, the easiest way to do that is in podcast format, where you can interview other people and ask questions and that kind of stuff. But if you don't have that other person to riff off of, then the idea would be that you would create a video each week, maybe even a video like this where you're just talking to the camera about what it is that you do as a business and what problems you solve. If you as the business owner have the ability to set aside 30 minutes per week, or if that's a little bit too crazy to do something each week, maybe you want to set aside time at the beginning of the month. You could set aside 2 or 3 hours to film as much content as needed for the rest of the month, then you will be able to implement this strategy. And this strategy is all built around you recording that first initial long form video that can then be turned into multiple different formats of social media posts. So let's talk about that second. What do you do with that long form video content once you have it? Well, again, the assumption is that as a business owner, you are passing this off to someone else to take the ball from here. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to generate a lot of different content from that one video that you have created. You can take this long form video content. Let's say you recorded a 30-minute podcast. You could pull at least one, if not multiple clips. And I'm going to use that word clip. And I mean by that, anywhere from 5 to 10 minute sound bites that you can post on LinkedIn and on Facebook and on YouTube. Then you can pull, we'll call them reels or shorts, TikTok videos, whatever you want to call them. These 60 to 90 second-ish vertical format videos that you can then post on those same listed platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can post these across all of those platforms. You can also produce a blog, a written blog, which can also be used in an emailer. And you can post that each week across your platforms, and that could be pulled straight from the podcast that you've recorded. And then you can even turn that podcast into image posts. Those videos, those clips, and those reels that you've created could be converted into image posts and into carousels. And so there's really an opportunity here to take a single 30-minute video, or even 10 to 15-minute video, and cut that down into multiple shorter reels or multiple shorter clips, and as well as turning them into blog posts and image posts and carousels. Now, it's kind of a sub point to this number 2 on the list is that we are also going to be able to take and put ad revenue behind this content. Now, this could be a whole nother video, and maybe we'll do that in the future, talking about the ad process. But the idea here is that you could then put money behind these videos and these images, even these blogs, and you could use that money to target a subset of people, a category of people that you think that your business serves. And so this is a great way to, again, utilize that raw content, that podcast or long form video, and put a little bit of money behind it and make sure that it's really being put to good use. Now, this third thing we kind of already talked about in the last one, and that is an email or a newsletter or some sort of free resource. The idea here is that you're trying to get people to interact with your website. So now that we've got people interacting with your social media, we're going to direct them to your website, whether through a paid ad or through just an organic post that encourages people to sign up for your newsletter, or ask them to text you, a word so that they can get access to a free resource. The idea here is that you are gathering emails and gathering phone numbers to be used at a later time. Now, you have to give them something in return. So you're giving them that free information through your newsletter or through your email campaign, or you're giving them a free resource either through the website, where you're, again, then grabbing that information from the website for their email, or you're using an SMS marketing tool and you're grabbing that when they text you that code, then you're grabbing hold of that number that you can text later with more information. But the idea here is that you're getting people to engage with you on a more long-term basis. Now, let's talk about the fourth step in the process, which, just like with the email campaign or with a subscribe to a newsletter or subscribe to a blog, whatever it is, you're trying to get a click. You're going from getting someone on social media and moving them to your website, but this time you're trying to get them to schedule a call with you. You're trying to get them to engage with you personally, to engage with your product or your service personally. Now, that last step 3, getting someone into your email campaign or for your newsletter or whatever that might be, it can be skipped. And I hesitate to say that because the truth is you should still do this. That there's just a large group of people out there that are not going to go from seeing an ad on social media to immediately scheduling a call. That's a very small subset of people who are specifically interested in the exact service that you offer and have been doing research for a while and probably have already heard of you by this point, and they're already somewhat familiar with who you are. But the idea with this strategy is that you're reaching new people. So it's not just people who are already aware of you, but you're starting from the top with just an organic post, and you're making yourself known to someone brand new, and then you're moving them through this process, through this sales funnel, and ultimately trying to educate them on who you are, who your business is, your product, your service, and then making that sale to them. And so that third step is important. Again, it can be skipped through ads, but that's just, it's difficult to do. So the idea is that you've made contact with this person through your newsletter, through your marketing campaigns, with your emails and your SMS messages. And now this person is confident in who you are. They're familiar with you. And so the next thing we want to do is, again, target that individual through our social media posts, through our ads, through our newsletters and all that, and get them to then move to the website, to a landing page where they can schedule that call with you and your sales team. And that leads us to the fifth step, which is to make the sale. Now that we've taken someone who's never heard of you from just seeing an organic post or maybe an ad on social media and move them through this process of engaging with your newsletter or engaging with an SMS marketing campaign, and we've gotten them on your website to schedule that call. Now they're on your calendar with your sales team, or if you don't have a sales team, with you as the business owner, and it's now your job to make that sale. This is a doable process. It doesn't have to be exorbitantly expensive, but it is a challenging process to do on your own. This really works best if it's coupled with a team, a marketing agency or a marketing team that knows what they're doing, that has the experience to do this and to see it all the way through, to see those organic posts created consistently, to then have the know-how of what ads to push and when to push them, to build that audience, that base of people that are following you and are engaging with your content, to seek those individuals out again and again with those ads, narrowing down that list until they are able to find those select individuals who are not just interested in your content, but are also interested in your service, reaching out to them through things like newsletters and email campaigns and SMS marketing, and get them to a landing page that is successful, that is designed to engage with these people in the best possible way and to get them to quickly move to that button to click and schedule that call. And then they're laid at your feet. And as the business owner, as the sales team, this is now in your hands to create that customer from all this work that's been done. And again, it's just so much easier when it's done with a professional, with a marketing agency or a marketing team, if you have one of those built into your company. Now, if you're in the market for a marketing agency, like that little wordplay there, market for a marketing agency, if you're thinking, man, this sounds like a solid strategy, well, that's because it is. And you're actually looking for someone who can do what we just described in this video, then I have a suggestion for you. Go check out Rogue Pine Creative, roguepinecreative.com. These guys are professionals. They are here to help you as a business grow. And so you need to go give them a look. All right, well, that's it for today. I hope that this video has been a help to you. If it was, please give us a like. If you're not a subscriber already, become one today. Don't forget to smash that notification bell so that you are notified of all of our upcoming video content. If you have any questions or comments, again, on this video or any of our others, please be sure to drop it down in the comment section. We will do our best to answer it in a timely manner. Thank you again for watching. Catch you next time.
Oh, fire and water me, going down deep, sing, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, down to the river.